when the thing that everybody talks about the day after a debate is a damn fly and how terrible the moderator was. The moderator was really bad. I don't know what her day job is, but they need to dock her pay or something. Even though they have nothing to do with this. Like, they got to be like, you embarrassed us. I don't know what to tell you. She was terrible. Anyway, when we have a debate, a presidential debate, a vice presidential debate, and the day after the debate, the thing that everybody is talking about is how a fly landed on the head of one of the debaters. Houston, we got a problem. Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for morning coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then.
Oh, Black Dynamite, I wish it was that simple, but this is much bigger than you and me.
Hey, little mama, it may be bigger than you, and it may be bigger than me, but it ain't bigger than you and me. Can you dig it?
BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So apparently there was this thing that happened the other night, and debates were supposed to go on in them that allowed for the American people to know what the plans were for the future of America. Also, apparently, no plans were actually laid out to explain what they had in store for the future of Americans. Alright, now check this out. First, before we even get to my take on this, we're gonna listen to Instagram lawyer over here, lawyer for workers, and then I'm gonna come right back because I'm not the only one that's thinking some of this shit.
Winner of last night's vice presidential debate, a fly? Are you kidding me? When the most talked about thing after a vice presidential debate is a fly, the American people are the big loser. Kamala Harris brought up some decent points about how bad a job the Republican Party did, but what's her plan? Mike Pence did his usual, lying to the American people and just pretending like everything's okay. They have no plan. What did not happen? Neither candidate talked about the real problem. Billionaires and big corporations getting bailed out, making huge sums of money while there is no relief for the average working American. That's it. In the last 20 years of politics, we have been building to this. We have been evolving to finally getting to the point where we the people are going to say, hang on. Middlemen like Donald Trump can't be flying private, living in all these luxury houses when they pay zero income tax. That goes on over and over in our economy. And instead of evolving to a point where we finally come together and we beat this problem, we're devolving and we're totally missing the problem, and we're talking about
so basically, I'm gonna give you my input on this. Please leave it down in the comment section if there's anything that you disagree with me on, or if there's even anything that you think that I should elaborate on, or you are gonna elaborate on any of the points that I'm about to make, or just say real quick. Now, first, the thing that I want to say is, if you want to say that Kamala Harris won this particular debate, I'm not gonna call you incorrect, because aesthetically she looked better. She spoke well. She didn't seem like a freaking robot. Pence, pardon me, looks just like a robot. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This dude, I don't even understand it. Anyway, so he's like a droid or something. I don't know what to tell you. So she looked and sounded more personable. So if you're gonna say that Kamala Harris won, I cannot argue with you. And for anybody that says Pence won, because you're saying you like the things that he was actually saying, I'm going to say, well, if the things he was saying were the truth in totality, then Pence would have ran away with this, in my opinion. Just so we can be clear. It's just that, first I'll get on Pence for a second. That dude just lies. I don't even understand it. Like, I get it. Real quick. There's people out there, right? Just so we get, just so I can break it down the best way that I can explain this. But there's people out there that are so narcissistic that they don't even care if you catch them in the lie. They're never gonna give the lie up. Just never. Even if you caught them red-handed, they are going to continue to lie. They're gonna go to the gallows with the whole crowd having to have known that they have lied, and they will still keep the lie going all the way until they get their heads cut off by the guillotine. They don't care. They're never gonna give the lie up. That's Pence. I don't even understand how this is even a debate. Okay, real quick. In my opinion, all Kamala Harris had to do to win this debate, just in my opinion, all Kamala Harris had to do to win this debate was call out Pence's lies. She didn't even have to necessarily, they already, just so we can be clear, Kamala Harris already didn't set forth a plan of what their ideas, what they were going to do in order, that was going to be different from the Trump administration. Can we acknowledge that? Can y'all leave that down in the chat? Did anybody hear her say anything that she's going to do different than the Trump administration as far as COVID is concerned? Because I didn't. Basically, Pence said the same thing. You're criticizing us for something that you wouldn't have really have done anything different other than what we did. That's one. The only thing I can think about that they would have did different was, remember when the president, Donald Trump, shut down all traveling from China to America? Kamala Harris and Joe Biden was against that, for everybody that don't know. They were 100% against that. They called President Trump xenophobic. They were like, he doesn't know what he's doing, all that other crap. Now look at America, and he shut down. And imagine if they never shut it down. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So all Kamala Harris had to do, in my opinion, is wait for Pence to talk, wait for Pence to say something that's not true, hold them to that. You want to know what Donald Trump does at debates? Because Donald Trump has nothing. Donald Trump doesn't know how to run any country. I don't even, he's filed for bankruptcy like how many times now with his different businesses? I'm not even 100% sure he knows how to run those things. But the point is, what Donald Trump does really well is, when you debate him and you say something that's factually incorrect, he holds you to that. That's what Kamala Harris needed to do. Kamala Harris needed to hold Pence accountable for his lies. Right then and there, use her time to say, no, look, that's not true. This is true. That's not true. That's not true. You understand what I'm saying? Us in America, we got Google. On Earth, we got Google. So we can just look it up. Okay, so I just want to get on Pence real quick. Everything he said was basically lies, except for one thing. The main thing that Pence should have been on there talking about, but he only brought it up one time. I have no idea why. I don't know who these guys is, like, are they trying to not? I don't know what they're trying to do, to be honest. Anyway, so Pence brought up her, Kamala Harris's, just so we can be clear, Senator Kamala Harris, she's a senator currently, brought up her record when she was an AG, Attorney General in California. And that, what she often did, and this is factual, this is a fact, what she often did was charged minorities for crimes at a higher rate than that she charged Caucasians. Now, obviously, right now, not obviously, I'm just going to say, we're talking about drugs. We're talking about, there were individuals who were being charged very harshly for minor drug offenses. Kamala Harris has ruined a lot of families. Now, I get it. There's a lot of people now that hate Trump so much that they don't care that people are people were 100% innocent. She knew people were 100% innocent, but she still wanted them to go to the death penalty and everything else, even though she knew they were innocent, because, you know, them going to, you know, meet their fate in a chair or by a needle or whatever the case was helps her career. So shout out to that. That's what she's into. Okay, that's the person that a lot of us black people think that they should vote for. Shout out to that shit. I don't know what to tell you. Vote for whoever you want to vote for. So that's the one thing that Pence did good, and he didn't do that enough, in my opinion. Now, just looking at Kamala Harris's situation, right? Just so we can be clear, Kamala Harris, they threw a hanging slider. It was right there. It was ready to get crushed out of the yard, 600 feet. She whiffed. You want to know what the hanging slider was? The PPP fund. You want to know why? Because the majority of the money from the PPP fund did not go to small businesses. Now, if Kamala Harris would have stayed on that, where's the money? Why are all of these other large businesses getting the money that's meant to keep small businesses going until this coronavirus situation is over with? If she would have stayed on that, she could have pointed out how there are a lot of small businesses that are owned by Caucasian people, owned by white people, that also didn't get any of that PPP fund money. Because people like freaking Kanye West is getting it to pay the people that work for him Yeezys, because he don't want to cut the check. Do you understand? Kanye West has the money. Kanye West and Yeezys have the money to pay their workers. They decided that they didn't want to use their own money to pay their workers. So what they did was they filed for PPP loan. And when they filed for the PPP loan, they used that money to pay off their workers. And then they pocketed all of the money that they would have had to pay off their workers if they didn't get the PPP loan. Do you get that? She could have stayed on that and wiped Pence up, because they wasn't answering any of the questions anyway. She could have brought that up every single time there was a question asked. But instead of doing that, they threw shots like it was a freaking... First of all, neither one of these two know how to play the dozens, so don't get into it, alright? None of y'all's Trump. Y'all don't know how to go up there and just say extremely funny things about the other person that makes everybody else say, you know what? He might not be a good president, but this guy, he gets it. I swear, I think that's what... I swear. I think that's what a lot of the people that vote for Trump, I think that's why they vote for him. Because they be like, he might not be a good president and shit, but he gets how I feel. You get it? Anyway, leave it down in the comment section. I want to know what you guys think about this. And last but not least, a freaking fly flew onto the head of Pence. A fly flew onto the head of Pence. You want to know what Pence did? Didn't even notice it. Do not let that joke go over your head. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.
Oh, Black Dynamite, I wish it was that simple, but this is much bigger than you and me.
Hey, little mama, it may be bigger than you, and it may be bigger than me, but it ain't bigger than you and me. Can you dig it?